So we have more Superman Silver Age dailies with Superman's Hunt for Clark Kent, which ran from September 18th, 1961 to November 4th, 1961, with story by Jerry Siegel and art by Wayne Boring. This was adapted from a story from Superman number 126, published in January 1959, with story by Otto Binder and art by Wayne Boring. And I do have that story on video. It was one of the earliest ones I did. One day at the Daily Planet office. Enjoy your 2 weeks vacation, Clark. I will, Perry. Actually, I'm going to be busier than I ever was at the office, for a very special reason concerning kryptonite. Criminals are always after Superman with kryptonite, the one element whose radiations can destroy him. Shortly, in a deserted alley, Clark changes to dynamic Superman. I'm going to spend my vacation trying to find an antidote for kryptonite, so I can become immune to that dangerous mineral. I'll conduct the experiments in my Fortress of Solitude laboratory near the North Pole. Soon after a flying trip to the frozen Arctic, little do pilots realize that this airplane marker is really a giant key. Now to open my secret fortress, which the world never sees. Moments later, inside the fortress, I'll swiftly conduct thousands of experiments until I find the right combination of chemicals for a kryptonite antidote. For days, Superman toils mightily, creating thousands of chemical combinations. So far, I've failed to create the kryptonite antidote, but I mustn't be discouraged. Finally, at long last, by golly, I think I've got it. But the corrosive fumes of these especially powerful chemicals may damage some of the apparatus here. I'll finish the experiment outside. Hooray! I'm on the threshold of finally discovering a kryptonite antidote. However, this chemical combination is so dangerous, I'd better complete the experiment outside of my Fortress of Solitude. Presently, in a desolate area, I'll heat up the solution with my X-ray vision and oops, the chemical mixture is exploding. Oh no! By a queer twist of fate, instead of discovering a kryptonite antidote, I've accidentally converted those chemicals into kryptonite. Fragments of kryptonite from that vat explosion are, hitting me. I'm blacking out. When Superman recovers from the super shock, plus exposure to kryptonite radiation, who am I? What am I doing here? Wearing this strange uniform. My mind is blank. Through snowy Arctic wastes wanders a dazed, bewildered figure. Who am I? Where did I come from? Amazingly, it's Superman, a victim of super amnesia. What's my name? I don't remember. A huge animal attacking me. I'm doomed. Roar. Not only has he forgotten his identity, but Superman doesn't realize he's super powerful. I can't escape. I'll become this ferocious animal's easy prey. Roar. But a moment later, yow! Great guns! The creature's claws only broke off. Oh, the poor polar bear. It didn't harm me at all. I'm invulnerable. Incredible. I'm invulnerable. That great animal's claws broke off when it attacked me. Oh, the cliff's edge collapsing beneath my feet. I'm falling. I'll be dashed to death by the terrible drop. But then, great Scott, I can fly. Astonishing. What strange sort of being am I? I must find out. While suffering from amnesia, Superman is amazed to discover I'm not only invulnerable, but I can fly too. I'll have to streak through space until I find people who can help me. Shortly, an instinct led me to this city. Perhaps I'll find the answers to what I seek here. Welcome to Metropolis. Is it a bird? A plane? No, it's Superman. That seems to be my name. If I'm familiar to these people, they must have records of me somewhere. Soon the Man of Steel, whose memory has been blanked out by an experiment that backfired, locates a Superman museum. Superman, that's the name I overheard people calling me. I'll investigate. As he enters, those murals honoring me depict all the superpowers I have. I'll study them. Inside the Superman Museum, the Man of Steel, who has lost his memory, learns additional astonishing facts about himself. I'm overwhelmed by my own amazing abilities. Super speed, racing a searchlight beam, Superman traveled 186 million miles per second, 1,000 times the speed of light. As he reads posted news clippings, will I ever recall my secret identity? Metropolis. After many years, the secret identity of Superman is still unknown to the world. What ordinary disguise does he use in daily life? In Metropolis Superman Museum, the Man of Steel, while suffering from amnesia, wonders, can't recall my secret identity. What name and disguise did I use? What job did I have? Where Where did I live? Meanwhile, in the Clark Kent apartment, Superman has forgotten his landlady issues instructions. I'll surprise Mr. Kent and have his rooms painted while he's away on vacation. Be sure you men do all the closets. If the painters find the secret closet, Superman's double life will be exposed. Until I find out my old identity, I'll adopt a new one temporarily. But how will I buy a suit to wear over my uniform? I have no money. Superman has forgotten he can super squeeze coal into diamonds later. What my super hearing detects inside this airline's office may help me solve my clothes problems. Sorry, Sir Sedgwick. Your luggage is overweight for the flight to England. You'll have to pay extra. Blimey, why bother? The clothing is one suitcase, and one suitcase is too small for me anyway. Since I gained a lot of weight touring America, I'll give it away. I have an idea. I'll act like the doorman and... Can I carry your bag, sir? Do me a favor and get rid of this bag, my man. You're about the size I formerly was, so you can use the suit inside. Pip, pip. So, I guess he's the one man on Earth who doesn't recognize Superman. Luckily for me, the clothes for Sedgwick the clothes Sir Sedgwick was eager to unload can be my new disguise, and I'll dust that white talcum powder in my hair to color it blonde. But it seems I'll have to pretend to be from merry old England. You don't have to. If I wear this outfit, let's see, I'll call myself something British, like Clarence Kelvin. Unconsciously, Superman has used the initials of Clark Kent and instinctively seeks employment at the Daily Planet. Working as a newspaper reporter, I'll be in a position to learn of emergencies I can handle as Superman. Suffering from amnesia and disguised as a Britisher, Superman applies for a job at the Daily Planet, and he's got a monocle and pipe. America's simply ripping, and I'd like to settle here as a reporter, by Jove. English, eh? All right, I'll try you out. I can always use a good man. Oh, jolly. I shan't let you down, old chap. Shortly as he meets the staff, Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, your fellow reporters. They seem familiar, somehow, but of course I've never met them before. Use Clark Kent's desk while he's away on vacation, and if you bring in scoops like he does, I'll hire you permanently. By Jove, I'll do better than that Kent chap, whoever he is. Ironically, Clarence Kelvin doesn't realize Clark Kent is his lost identity, and for whatever reason, nobody recognizes that it's Clark Kent in a subtle disguise. The biggest scoop you could ever bring in would be Superman's secret identity. I wish I knew it, since I'm really Superman suffering from amnesia. You'd better succeed soon, Superman, for our Clark Kent's apartment. Funny, the wall sounds hollow here, as if there might be a secret storage space. I wonder what's in it. Rap, rap, rap. Superman's robots, that's all. At the Planet office as Clarence Kelvin, unaware that he is really Clark Kent, experiments with his newly discovered telescopic vision. Good heavens, that whale is chasing a school of fish, and that rowboat is in its path. I've got to get away from the office on some pretext. Help! By Jove, tell the boss I went out, Miss Lane. It's for the most urgent reason. Tea time. You British never miss that, do you? Nope. Slipping into an empty storeroom, Clarence Superman Kelvin switches to the dynamic identity of the Man of Steel, now to aid those men in the rowboat who are menaced by a whale. Moments later, if I just snatch the rowboat away, the whale will still go on and menace those other fishermen. I know what to do. Must save all the fishing boats in this area. First, I'll keep the whale's jaws from crunching shut. Second, I'll blow the rowboat safely away. Third, I'll use the full power of my super breath to create a jet blast and blow the whale backwards out to the open sea where he belongs. So we'll see if Superman can recover his memory.